Hello, hello, hello. Everybody. It is I. Juju. Even though Juju's not there right now. Oh my gosh. I'm invisible. Oh no. I'm sure she'll show up in a second once I'm back talking in the Discord. But hello everybody. Welcome to D&D night. Look, I'm there now. Woohoo! Anyways, welcome to D&D night with our guests, Will as our DM, Bryn as Vesper, James as Farwin, and Michael as Jasnah, and I'm Juju. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. It's been about a week since the last time we played. We had some last minute cancellations last time, but that's okay. It happens. But yes, some quick announcements. As I say every week, I talk mostly in the chat, so if you would like to talk in the chat, because I don't really like to talk over people if I can avoid it. Also, I do upload these all, if you're watching here live on Twitch, I do upload these all onto my YouTube channel, so you can do exclamation point YouTube for the YouTube. And if you are here watching from YouTube, feel free to come join us. It's on Wednesday, around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we play, and it'll be so super duper nice to have you here. Live on the internet.
Internet.
Wow. Oh, Juju's blinking again. This always happens.
Wow.
Every single time.
I just have to hit the shift button a couple times and then she stabilizes.
Why is it that
What?
Wednesday nights always manage to break your stream?
I don't know.
Wait, what's blinking?
Like, I have my little PNG tuber, so every time I go to talk, she ends up disappearing instead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, your Chuck E. Cheese animatronic thing.
Yeah, so
That's
instead of,
terrifying.
I think it's still, instead of her doing the talk animation, she's just not loading or something. Well, okay, now it's not stabilizing. That's making me nervous. Whatever, I'm just gonna act like nothing bad's happening until it's there for an hour, and I'll be like, oh no.
I'm sorry about your avatar.
But hello. We are now here on the internet, Dungeons and Dragons, live. Somebody give me a rundown.
We chased the nerd. We found the nerd. We took money back to someone that it belonged to. We hunted a mind killer. Or a mind hunter? No, I don't know. We're looking for someone in the poor part of town. Nerd showed up again, pushed us, took us to his basement, told us his backstory and his story. He can see things. We're gonna work together. We're going to school.
Alright. Plain, simple, easy.
I guess it's breakfast time?
Yeah.
We'll go down for breakfast?
Yeah. Breakfast.
It is breakfast time. You are met with a not lavish, but still delightful breakfast of fruits and meats and all of the delicious juices you can think of, some of which alcoholic.
I will eat. Is there an orange?
There are oranges.
I'm going to eat a bunch of oranges.
Now the question is, are you one of those messy, leave the orange peel just wherever people?
No, I'm eating it like an apple.
Ugh. Alright.
You know, that makes sense.
I
No
guess if
waste.
people forgot how oranges work, then they would probably just eat them like that.
How do you forget how an orange works, though? It's my question. Like, I get being burned out, but that's a whole new level.
No, I mean, like, if society were to fall, you know, we would forget, like, progress, how to eat oranges, how to provide legislature, stuff like that.
Okay, so we need to go. We're going to go talk to Planarist Kryn. Because if anybody knows anything about, like, invisible demon things from other planes, I think it would be the Planarist. Maybe?
That's where you learned how to make Frederick, right? Or
Yeah.
Frank? I forgot his name. I just wrote it F.
No, you're right. It's Frederick, yeah.
Then yeah, he's probably a knowledgeable person.
And they gave me this book on, like, contractual bindings and summoning planar entities. So, like, seems right up the alley. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay.
You are all on your way. You are very easily able to go to the tower. And inside the third floor observatory, Planar Scrin is minding her general duties. See you come in and just go, wonderful. Hello again. What can I help you with? Are you here to train some more?
Yes, on a very specific thing.
Well, I love specificity. What are you looking for?
Okay. Like, is there some creature from another plane that could maybe be on this plane, like, a little bit and do, like, property damage here, but you couldn't see them, and also you couldn't, like, sense them, but they're here, but also they're not here. And they're really into property damage and vandalism and murder.
Well, I don't know of any creatures that have a predisposition to property damage. But you did say that they were here but not, and that you couldn't see them, correct?
Correct.
They're most definitely here, but we cannot see them. Wait, no.
Yep,
They're most
that's it.
definitely here, but we cannot see them. And they may be left-handed.
Also, don't know about any creatures that have predisposition to handedness. Let's take a look through some books, shall we? We might have some interesting findings, and she'll swing around and she'll just grab like 8 books off a bookshelf and slap them down and just go, alright everybody, start reading. And she'll flip open a book herself and start fingering through at rapid speed.
Sweet. Like a really sweet montage of us reading, flipping pages, circling notes, highlighting things.
That's pretty much what it is. I'd like everybody to make... Oh god, what's gonna be the best? Probably a Arcana check here.
$19.
30.
Can I just add a flavor more than anything? opt to investigate more because I'm not really Arcana minded, but I would look for anything that just feels familiar. Like read through, skim, try to find things that feel relevant.
I'll allow it. It'll be a disadvantage just because it is very intrinsic magic knowledge, but I will allow the
I mean, the Arcana would be a disadvantage, bud, but yeah, I'll do investigation disadvantage.
Alright, I make a roll for Planger's Friend. She is good at these things as well. Otherwise, she wouldn't be a professor. Okay. So, as you are skimming through pages, you guys really aren't turning up anything. And Planner's Scream will just stop on a page and go, huh. Can any of you read this? And she's gonna swing it around, and it'll just be in complex magical script. And it'll show a diagram of some sort. Vesper, to your eye, the script is not entirely unfamiliar. It is similar to that of the summoning magics you've just been learning. However, this isn't a summoning spell or even anything about summoning. This is a what looks like map of a planar diagram, and it looks like the magic symbols on it are, to the best of your eye, potentially moving through. It even flies over your head a little bit. I will say you do catch 3 important words. Ethereal, in between, and incorporeal.
That might be something helpful. Which is not that helpful. Can you find out more about this? Or do you know who would know more about what that is?
We don't have anybody other than myself specialized truly in the planes. There might be more information in the Grand Library. I'll have a look in there and see if I can find any books that would be more helpful than this. This is only an introductory segment. I should make
Damn,
it
would it at all help? Not that I would understand meaning, but more like just literal translation of any letter or script or room that I would just like write out, basically just like transcribing and not understanding meaning, but being able to transcribe anything that would translate from comprehend languages.
I would say, with comprehend languages up, there are a couple of phrases that would be useful that kind of just fly over your head, but that stand out as unusual and a little bit I don't even know the best word for it here. So I'm going to ignore the word that I'm thinking of because I can't think of it. The phrases that you see are interphasing and non-binding.
Jasnah getting that will just literally draw out those words in that script that the spell kind of like creates for her and just turns around. I don't know what this means, but this is what I was able to glean.
So it's almost like two planes are colliding, almost, it sounds like, and just overlapping. So maybe that thing isn't here to do damage on purpose. It's just as freaked out as we are. Maybe we're fucking shit up over in its plane. I mean, screwing things up. Sorry, Firewind, over on its plane.
I
That's
do
okay.
usually react with a decapitation when I get scared or upset.
You bisected a man.
Okay, it was sarcasm and I didn't decapitate that guy. So my point still stands.
Okay, well, let's calm down with the decapitation. I think we have a decent idea here, but, it also does seem like that. I think it would be incorrect to assume that this, whatever this is, isn't meaning to kill stuff. Like, killing seems to be their goal.
Planarist, is it possible that two planes are like passing through each other? Or something?
I'm... Yes and no at the same time. And she's gonna pull over a chalkboard and start writing a diagram. And if you've ever taken a physics class, this looks very similar. So let's say that this barrier here is between you and another place. And let's say that whatever you're thinking of is on the other side of that barrier. Generally speaking, if we're talking about planes, that barrier exists and obstructs from those two things ever interacting. Now, and she'll draw a dotted line through the barrier. Suppose that something travels between the barrier from one place to another. This is a
Bless you.
simple... What's the best word for it? Refraction of possibility. It's a theoretical explanation because, as far as I understand, it's never happened. The way that interplanar travel, again, theoretically works, and she'll draw a dotted line over the barrier, is that in subverting the barrier, specifically for summoning purposes, one is able to bring an object from one side to the other without having it interfere with the barrier or collide with it, so that it is able to exist in a different environment. We don't know of any planes, at least I'm not sure of any, that are able to maintain a position in multiple planes at once. And I don't know of any planes that are interacting with material in that way.
I think that's has to be what we're dealing with. One guy on both planes being a jerk. Because he's not fully here. Should we... Do you think what's his face, the annoying guy, knows anything else?
He seemed to have been a little bit at a loss for more nuance for why he senses certain things. No, he was too he said that no two of the things were entirely related. So I don't know unless we get a little more information. Maybe we could trigger his memory or thought or something, but I think we're sort of at that end with him so far.
Why don't you ask your god?
What's my god going to know?
Don't they kind of know everything?
Let's say we heard that. Actually thought something. I don't know. I don't really like relying on, the big boss to do everything for me. We can definitely manage this on our own. We just need, I don't know, a little more information, perhaps?
Are we trying to get into the same dimension in between place? We're trying to pull him out?
I don't want to go anywhere else. Because this place might be hellacious, but anywhere else could always get worse. You said that we read the word non-binding?
Yes.
Perhaps if this is something that is kind of wayward, like a loose goat or something, we just need to hold it in place. Bind it, since this seems to reference something about non-binding. Perhaps we just need to find a way to bind it. Plenar, is there a way to bind things that aren't entirely here? I'm sorry, this is not my thing.
Well, yes, there are many means of binding creatures. The requirements are rather different from creature to creature, though. Depends on where the creature is from, the state that the creature is in, as well as the power of the person trying to bind them, as well as what specific kind of binding you're looking for. This is... And she's gonna flip the chalkboard and fill like the whole chalkboard with just complex symbology. This is a outline of the 37 different forms of binding that we understand at the college. And it can vary anywhere from binding to location, binding to plane, binding to individual, binding to servitude, and so on and so forth and beyond.
Okay, well, if we're talking about something with planes, what if we use bind to plane? Is there I don't know, a trap for that? Something that can, like a snare to this plane?
It most certainly exists. It's very complicated magic, however. The only successful renderings were attempts made by larger groups in the dozens, at least to date. The most famous of which, there was a incident where a student accidentally summoned from what we've labeled the shade, and the creature was enormous, and it took 23 people just to keep it in one place before we could send it back to where it came from.
So you're saying we need interns?
I mean, you could, but it is very hard to come by, is what I'm trying to say. It's not something easily done.
Understood. So, how much do you charge by the hour for this?
For what particularly?
For binding?
It's not a service. We don't generally perform.
Sure, anything is a service. You do it and we give you money. There, service.
Before we give anybody money, we should maybe figure out if that's what we actually need.
I guess so. It's just with the very limited information that we have, we know this has something to do with binding. It is something that is stuck in like a crawlway or, I don't know, a gutter. And we need to nab it down so we can kill it.
Why don't we just like hold it really tight?
Like binding it?
Yeah, but with less money involved.
I mean, if that really is the solution, we could just go tell the protector and they could take care of it, right? I mean, I'm sure they have money and they need to solve this problem.
They've
That
been looking into it, haven't
Is a very good idea, actually. They have gone looking into it and a lot of people have died, but they did not go with as much information as we have.
If we just focus on figuring out what's going on, and then we tell them, hey, here's what's going on, then they could do the rest if it's something that we can't handle ourselves. Now, if we investigate more and it is something we can handle ourselves, like it's something that I can stab with my glaive, then we could do that.
I hand over 5 gold to Vesper because she won the bet on how long it would take Farwin to mention the word glaive. Shit. Okay, here you go. You win.
Wait, what happened? I'm confused.
Nothing. No, please continue, sweetie.
No, I'm just done.
I have a working theory, though. We've only ever seen it attack once.
Twice.
When? No, but at a time.
Oh,
That's true.
It's never followed us.
and it sounds like it hates poor people.
And when you guys, like, are trying to attack something and you miss, what do? You attack again, right?
Yeah.
But that never happens.
Maybe we're just in its territory in the in-between land.
What if it just likes that one section of town, and so everybody can move out and it can live happily there, and then nobody dies and everything's fine? Like, it hasn't really moved anywhere, so just stop walking there.
That is very classist of you. And 2, as someone who wants to go home desperately, that doesn't seem like a viable option for the people that live there. And plus, then we can never go back to hot food.
Yeah, that's true. I do
Yeah.
like hot food.
Planners, have you been to hot food?
I can't say that I've had the pleasure.
Okay, whatever your lunch plans are, cancel them. Go to hot food.
Yeah, get the salty water.
Maybe we should be having this conversation over hot food.
Ooh, that might be nice.
Yeah, okay. Hot food, everyone? Hot food, hot food.
Can we bring these books with us?
I would prefer if they stayed here with us, if you could.
Well, you're coming too. We're going to brunch.
Oh, I can't leave. I have duties to perform.
Well, I guess you said you were going to check with the Grand Library, was it?
Yes, but I require an appointment. So I need to file for one. And then I need to, after I've filed for the appointment, need to clear my schedule to go for the appointment, and then so on, so forth.
Wow, that sounds awful.
Yes, that sounds very multi-layered and complex and involved.
Well, it is a enormous repository of knowledge, and if it were to ever be lost or destroyed for any reason, it might set back civilization hundreds of years, maybe even thousands.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen this place? How worse could it get?
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I lived in the woods and I was fine, so I don't think you guys
Yeah.
really need that stuff.
I've never read any of it and I'm doing just fine.
Maybe we shouldn't take the book, though.
Well, she said prefer, which means we can take it, right?
Should you let me
No,
take these other
no,
books?
Oh.
It's fine, we can bring it back.
Do you have a library card?
No. Do you?
Yep. And I pull out a little dumbly scribbled library card.
Oh, see, we don't need an appointment. Juju can just get us in.
I mean, yes, you can just enter the library, but there are certain types of books that aren't readily available and need to be brought out and forward, and they require...
As members of the Protectorate, don't we have access to a library like that? Or does the Grand Library allow members of the Protectorate? I would assume that investigations are a thing that must happen, no? In this world of magic and mystery.
Yes, but it follows a standardized set of regulations and rules, again, because if you were to lose, destroy, or irreparably damage a piece of information that is nowhere else in the world, it would render bad things. At least that's
On
where we are.
on a scale of like 1 to 10, how easy would it be to break into the library at night? Not that we would ever do that, but like 1 to 10. 1 being the easiest.
I'm not even going to entertain the notion.
Vesper's just a big jokester. Hee hee, Vesper.
I mean, we wear bright pink. Obviously, we're not sneaky.
Ha ha! Ha ha!
Have you seen the armor she's wearing? We can't sneak anywhere.
Yeah, it's true. Jasnah's footsteps are very loud. And clanky.
Oh, wait, I might have a decent idea. You know how we were like, maybe Jasnah should talk to their god? Maybe I can try to talk to Ayun.
Who's that? I mean, I know who Ayun is, but I didn't know you were friends.
Yeah. She actually talked to me once before, a long time ago.
Oh shit, that
About what?
sexy knowledge goddess Sphinx thing?
Yeah, I mean, she wanted me to come here, and she said that I had to like learn stuff. You know,
Wait.
she's the knowledge god, so she wanted me to learn
I-
stuff.
you-
God
Maybe you-
told you to go to school?
Yeah.
Wow, that...
She said I was
That's not
special
very
or
exciting.
something.
Hey, Penner,
okay.
would you need a library card?
Maybe Ayun might know something about the planar stuff, and then we don't even need the book. Problem solved.
Does Ayun know things?
I mean, I feel like she probably does. Because she's the knowledgeable one. Maybe it doesn't mean that she's all-knowing. I don't know. It might work. It's been a while.
Well, though I did promise myself in my journal that I would try to walk a more self-deterministic path, I suppose we can ask Mama Sweetcakes Ayun. Okay, Planetist. Thanks for your help. See ya.
I'm so very confused.
Jasnah, you know it's a self-deterministic path if you self-determine to listen to Juju. That's what I do.
It was just a suggestion so we don't get in trouble for, you know, potentially, sneaking into places and stuff like that. You know, even though it was a big joke, haha. You know.
Are we already heading out of the office?
I would say at this point, if you would like to, yes.
I'm gonna try to take that book with me.
Oh, jeez.
She will not let you.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead, Michael.
As we're walking out, I just look at all of you. Sorry, no. I'll have a really hard burp, and then Jasnah will look at all of you and say, "Yeah, everyone in this town is gonna die. I cannot believe this."
Okay,
This
question.
information moves here at the snail space. Honestly, we should leave. Let's get on a boat and adventure or something somewhere else. This is
We don't even have to go get on a boat. We could just go into the woods. But okay, question. And this is just me, you know, from the woods. Don't really know this sort of thing.
10 gold this time because she predicted when he was gonna mention living in the woods. Fucking A.
Okay, but question. Is it normal for people to not say what they mean? Because she was like, oh, I'd prefer if you didn't do that, which means it's supposed to mean you can do that, but, like, I would like for you to not do that. But I don't think that's what she meant, which is very confusing.
And I also think that her not answering that question means it would probably be pretty easy to break in. Because she could have been like, no, it would be so hard. There's guards everywhere.
Okay, well, why don't you just do that by yourself with your mouse, and then... And then don't tell us about it.
That's still enabling, you know?
I'm a child. That's not my problem.
To your point, Farwin, I think she was being polite. And, you know, these bookish type, they're not very direct with most things.
That's weird. I guess.
Too, as frustrating as it might be to have to depend on the gods for everything. You want to try Ayun?
Yeah, let's give it a go. I mean, what's worse, the gods or the government?
I literally hate both of those.
Yeah, it depends on the
That
gods.
was a terrible, terrible choice.
I assume there is a temple for Ayun in the city of Ayun.
Yes, there is a temple to Ayun. The thing about the temple to Ayun is technically all libraries are temples to Ayun.
Is there a shrine?
I would say there's probably not a dedicated shrine to Ayun just based on the kind of deity that they are. But I would say that there is an idol to Ayun in every library and every, like, probably major area of the college. There's an idol to Ayun.
Okay, I want to go to the one that looks the prettiest. Even if it's farther away.
That will probably be in the main hall of the college.
Everyone look at this idol. This one's my favorite. It's so pretty.
What does it look like?
It is an alabaster idol. Stands normally an idol will be like about a foot and a half tall. This is like 4 feet tall, almost as tall as some of your party members. It is finely carved and innate, the symbol of Ioun on the front, and then the matronly features in the head. It's like a Russian nesting doll, kind of, except it's, one solid piece of alabaster with very detailed carving.
Is this a busy area of the school?
What day of the week is it? That's the question. I had this in my brain a while ago. What day of the week was it currently? But enough weeks off and I've lost track of the day. Let's say it is Tuesday. So it's moderately busy. It's not the craziest time of day. Classes are still going on, and it's not the, emptiest place you've ever been in. It's kind of like the city itself. It's not as if you are constantly in the ways and throes of people, but if you look around, there are still people passing in and out, people sticking around and doing their own thing.
Okay, I'm gonna be the weird art kid. I'm gonna sit in front of it, have my sketchbook on my lap, and turn to my party and be like, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna try. So just give me a moment. Now I'm close my eyes."
All right, you've closed your eyes. How are you communing with Ioun?
Put my palms on my book cover, and I'm going to think. Hello, Ioun. I know it's been a little bit since I've seen you, but I just want to say that I really appreciate the path you have led me on to bring me to your school. I have now since graduated. It's been really nice, and most importantly, I've made some new friends. And I've had a wonderful adventure, but we've come to a weird stopping point. And, we need to figure out something about planes. And this monster that's in between the planes, or potential monsters in between the planes. And I would just really like to know if you know anything about that and give us some information.
Make a religion check for me.
Thanks so much for the sub. $20.
So as you are thinking on your message and thinking on the reasons that you're contacting Ioun, you've got your hand on your notebook, your sketchbook. And whether it's subconsciously or as a part of the process, you're just kind of thumbing the pages with your hand on top of the book. And you get a little tingle in your hand as you flip through the pages. If you open the book, you're very familiar with the surrounding area of Ivoris. It is... You've been around for a couple of years, you've seen a lot of the major features, and you've done a lot of still life work on the surrounding natural phenomena. There's a strong pull in your chest. And as you open that book and look, the page before you has a portrait that you drew while you were in your first year at the college. It's an image of a rocky cliffside up north of the city. There is a beautiful grassy hill that leads up to a sharp, steep cliff. And atop that cliff, there are iridescent flowers that glow in the moonlight. And you went at night to properly observe them. And that drawing, that flower specifically, feels right in that moment. As you keep looking at the page, you eventually close the book. It still sticks with you. That cliff and that flower. There's something about it.
Do I come to from that vision?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna open my eyes. I'm gonna jump to my feet.
Wow.
And I open up my book and I show the drawing in their faces. We gotta go to this cliff with the flower. That's what Ian told me. I think. I saw the flower.
What kind of flower is that?
Would I know what kind of flower it is, or is it just that I drew it?
This one, you would not know the specific kind of flower. You'd be able to describe it, and there's probably a more detailed drawing of the flower on the next page over, but you don't know the name of the flower off the top of your head.
I unfortunately don't know the name of it, but, and I flip the page, and I go, but it looks like this. It's really cool and really unique. I've only ever seen it on that one cliff.
You know where the cliff is?
Yeah, I've been there once.
Let's go. That's huge. Let's go.
I'm gonna tap the idol in a sign of thanks. And I guess we're off.
The cliff itself is not very far. It is only about a 2-hour hike away from the city proper. You're all able to quickly make it over, all things considered. No impediments, no obstructions. And you do all see a rising hill that drops off to sheer nothing, and the waves below it on the coast. And before we get to that, let's take a quick 10-minute break here. We'll be back at 8:15.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well,
Union mandated break.
Union mandate. Take your breaks. I'm your steward.
Hello. I believe we are back now. Once again, before I guess unleash everybody. Once again, you can check out all the episodes of the Razorcrest Isles on my YouTube channel. Also, sorry for all the technical difficulties in the first 5 minutes of the stream today. I apologize. And also on the playback if I don't cut it out properly. Anyways, thank you all so much for being here. I'm gonna unleash the friendos.
Strawberry milk is good.
We're live on the internet, and Juju's broken again. What the flip?
It's every time.
She disappears whenever I talk. She's scared of me.
Where does Juju go when you speak?
Oh, she's fine now. She's working again.
Right. Juju once again working. As you arrive at the cliffside, it is a beautiful scene. It is mid-afternoon, the sun is high, the waves are beating up against the cliffside, the grass tumbles in the wind.
Do I see any of the flowers?
From your current position, you're able to see angles of the top, but you'd need to either do a different location or up on top to be able to see the flowers.
Okay, guys, we're almost to the top. We can see all the flowers.
Oh, we should be careful because maybe Ayun was leading us to our death.
Oh, you think she would want to hurt us?
I don't know, but maybe she was showing you where, like, the planes are, like, colliding and there's gonna be 50 of those invisible guys. Just be careful. I don't want you to get hurt.
Well, now that you got me kind of worried, but it is, I guess, me leading you guys here is my responsibility, so I will go out in front first. So if I die, you guys can be fine.
Wow, Juju, you're so brave.
I'm just trying to be responsible. And I'll walk in front of everybody, but slower this time.
Okay. There is a pretty well-beaten path up the cliff. It's not an unpopular location for sightseeing or just getting away from the hustle of the main town. It takes you about 10 minutes just to walk up because it's a little bit uneven ground, but you do make it up relatively fine. There's no major snag-ups. It's just tedious more than anything. As you reach the top, there is the rocky crag that is taken over from where the grass was. And this is where you would normally see flowers. In the place of the flowers, you see just rocks. And there is an individual sitting down nearby the cliff's edge, just looking out over the open ocean.
Huh. There's no flowers.
Should we go closer?
I guess so.
Can I do like a perception check to see a little more about this guy? Like maybe, is he armed? Does he look dangerous? That sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, make a perception check for me.
Nope.
Okay. I will say what you notice about this individual. They are sat down cross-legged. They are wearing a kind of shoddier, kind of burlap material cloak. Just enough to keep themselves from getting too wet, but not enough to actually do much for them in terms of warmth or weather. And they're just sitting, patiently watching the waves. They are breathing, you can tell that much. They'll occasionally turn their head and look one direction, and then go back to looking center.
Okay.
I'm just kind of looking at the ground to see if there's any signs of even like the buds of like the flowers.
Make a nature check for me.
$16.
Okay, with a 16, if you walk up towards, you can see in between the rocks there's a little bit of soil, and it does look like it has been recently disturbed within the past couple of days. There are still like broken roots coming out.
Hello, sir. Have you seen flowers here?
Flowers? Well, of course, there's generally many of them up here. They've all been pulled for the year. They're quite amazing things, you know. They're called Valen's flower. Valen was the person who first discovered them some years ago, and they're quite fascinating things. They're luminescent in the night, and well, it's only a rumor, but they say that if you grind it and ingest part of it, that it lets you experience things in a different light. I've never partaken myself, but they are a truly beautiful thing.
Thank you, Oblivion NPC. This was very helpful. No, I don't say that. Fascinating. I am Jasnah. These are my friends. What are you doing up here?
Watching the waves, of course. It's a beautiful day, and they'll motion out to the ocean in front of them.
What's your name?
Oh, my name. I'm Travis.
Travis?
You may call me that if you like.
Oh. Do you come up here often?
Colorfully woolly.
Well, here and there when time permits.
Are you from Ayun or Ioris?
I do spend a lot of time here. I'm not from here originally, but it is where I've settled.
You mentioned that the flowers were probably already harvested. Is there some place to purchase or acquire them
Colorfully woolly.
from the persons who have harvested them?
Oh, that entirely depends on who did the harvesting. It's really a free-for-all. Nobody has exclusive rights to here. It's a free cliff, after all. But I'm sure there's someone somewhere who might have it.
Travis of the Cliff, what is your wisdom?
Wasn't expecting that, but wisdom. If I had any wisdom to offer, it would be going around a problem only leaves the problem to continue. But going through a problem always makes you better for it. Like the Kool-Aid Man.
Who's that?
Kool-Aid Man?
Oh, you wouldn't know even if I told you. It's an old story.
So what you're saying is that we should just face our problems head on and take direct action.
I don't know if I'd take the words of an old man on a cliff to heart, but if that's what you want to get out of that, sure.
We have to break into a library.
Oh, I was... may... Travis of the Cliff, do you know anything about the ghost of Old Town?
Ghost? Oh, there's plenty of things that I know about. But I don't know about much of a ghost in Old Town. I only can tell you the basics of what a ghost is. And even I don't know much. I only know what I've been told.
Oh, but, okay, what do you know about the ethereal demon of Old Town? That lives near hot food. The hot food demon.
Well, I don't know anything about a demon, but ethereal. Do you know what that word means?
Well, kind of like a ghost.
Ethereal, it's... The best way to describe it is... in motion but never touching. And if you wanted, you could just pass right through it.
Like going through our problem.
Potentially, yes.
Faravan, do you have a question for Travis of the Cliff?
Who are you? Why are you here?
Well, like I said, I'm Travis. I'm just here. I like this cliff.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if there's any sort of magical energy afoot?
You may.
Magic vibes.
I am in extreme vibe detection mode.
You detect no vibe.
Aw, no vibes.
Except for my own.
You detect your own vibes.
Sweet, I'm vibing.
This guy's so chill, he has no vibe. Jesus. Travis of the Cliff, you shall speak of your wisdom to any who will hear your tale.
Oh, don't worry about spreading my word. Spreading things that somebody else spread is like spreading an illness. You never quite know what you're spreading until it's already there.
Wait, do you know you're spreading then?
Well, I'm not spreading anybody else's words, am I?
I don't know, you tell me.
Why did a god send us here to talk to a guy named Travis on the hill? Just to have us break into a library? She could have just said break into the library.
Especially when there's no flowers here. That's the weird part.
No, there were flowers. Now they are gone.
Well, yeah, that's the weird part.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you.
Maybe we need to bring back the flower.
We need to find someone who has the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we need to go wherever they are, or where they're brought to.
I am gonna druid craft the flowers back into existence.
Let me see how that spell works.
I click it for you.
We love druidurgy.
And see if there's enough of a plant left for you to do this. So Vesper, as you focus down, and you'll bring your hand down to one of the sets of roots, feel around in the dirt a little bit, and you pump a little bit of magic through your hand, it will kind of pulse into the ground, and the rest of you will see as a flower begins spiraling up out of the ground, and a pod will bloom out into an iridescent blue flower.
Wow!
Jasnah puts her hand on Vesper's shoulder and just whispers, "We must go through our problems." And shakes the little.
Did I do it? Did we figure it all out now?
I just wonder what we need the flower for.
He
Maybe-
said that if we eat it, remember?
We eat it?
Travis of the Cliff, what is the best preparation of this flower?
Well, there are a few ways to prepare it. Some simply consume the petal as is, but it doesn't get the full use of the effectiveness the plant is capable of. I recommend coconut oil.
I was not expecting that.
Coconut oil?
Coconut oil?
Yes.
There's a coconut.
Do we put it in coconut oil?
If you grind it and finally make it into a paste, mix it with oil, salve will be able to fully use the plant's natural benefits.
Do you want to do this plant with us?
Oh no, I would never.
No, we're offering, right, friends?
I don't know what's happening.
Do you want to do drugs, Farwin?
I believe I'm supposed to say no to that.
Did you ever eat a mushroom when you live in the forest and it made you go like, oh yeah? Not because it was really tasty, but because it was drugs.
I plead the fifth.
What's that?
It means that I don't need to answer that question.
Oh.
Brennan, a mushrooms PSA would say, when you eat mushrooms, you go, bye.
I wonder if we can just make it into a tea and if that would work just as well.
Travis of the Cliff, would the tea work as well?
Well, I've never thought about that. It might. I don't know how potent it would be.
If we don't feel it at first, should we give it a little while, or should we drink more immediately?
Who's to say?
In my headcanon, this guy is definitely wearing a stoner hoodie.
Oh no.
Okay, why don't we just try what Travis of the Cliff says, and do you think we use this flower so we can go, you know, through and then go into the dimension?
Maybe?
I think maybe it will just give us some more answers while we all sit stoned on the floor and Farwin watches us to make sure we don't die.
But he said that it lets us see things differently. I think it's more literal than that, you know?
We can see the thing!
Oh.
Duh! Maybe we do need some of that plant. It'll smart us up.
Yeah. Okay, first we need to find that guy. Because he has some sense. Maybe his sense will be better with this. And second, I think we need someone to watch us just in case.
We also need to buy oil. And a
Wait.
thing to crush it, I guess.
Are we doing oil or tea? Or both?
We should probably do oil just because Travis said to, and I would rather not just guess.
If we turn around, is he still there?
Make a perception check. Empty cliff.
Oh!
Okay. Can I revibe check? Is my vibe check still active?
Don't feel any magic.
We were talking to someone, right?
Farwind is very confused as he says that out loud.
Jasnah looks over the cliff. Anything?
Jasnah, did you kill him while we weren't looking?
What? No.
Okay. Insight check. 18.
You don't know if I killed him.
Okay.
I'm going to try to druidcraft a few more flowers in case the first one is used up and it doesn't work and we need a plan B with it.
You are able to make another 2 flowers, regardless of how much you are using the spell.
No, that's perfect, thank you. So I have 3 total. Okay. Let's get back before dark and find what's his face and figure out how we want to do this.
Okay. Yeah, let's get to his place, take a little bit of a rest, and get ready. I think tonight's the night.
The longer we wait, the more people die, so...
So many questions unanswered.
Yeah, it was really weird.
I think the weirdest part is that his name was Travis.
The cliff.
Do you think he was like a messenger of Ioun or something?
That's what I'm thinking. Or,
I think he would have smelled worse if he was.
What?
Or better.
I also have a suspicion that it could have also just been her. I think she can take other forms.
Is she known to take the form of an old man named Travis wearing a very colorful shirt, but also ugly? A very ugly, colorful shirt.
I don't know, but this is her city, so maybe she likes to be as inconspicuous as possible. I think that's the right word.
It was a nice shirt.
Travis is probably just invisible 100 feet away watching us.
He didn't cast any spells, I would have noticed. I was able to, like, sense the magic of Vesper casting Druidcraft, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would have known if he cast a spell, he didn't. So whatever it was, I mean, it wasn't arcane magic.
Well, I
Has
guess either
someone
way.
ever encountered, like, cleric magic in this world?
You've only ever encountered cleric magic. Like god magic, right? That's the deal. We've never really even seen arcane magic.
I mean, I'm a sorcerer. I believe I cast arcane magic. It could be divine.
Your magic is arcane. And Juju's magic is arcane with a slight difference in it. Think of arcane magic as like a signature, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell it's arcane magic, but everybody's signature is different.
Right, my arcane magic is blue, and Juju's arcane magic is purple. Maybe teal.
Divine magic is a bit different. So while you can still feel it, I'm gonna do another bad example here. Imagine you are writing with your dominant hand, and then you see somebody writing with their toes. That's kind of how divine magic feels to you.
Right, yeah. It's like somebody who speaks Spanish trying to read Portuguese, and they're like,
Yes.
I've got some idea of what's happening here, but I don't get it.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I was just turned around because I know that, like, magic items aren't a thing, and...
Magic items are not a thing, but arcane magic's still very much a thing.
And our warlocks also cast different flavors of arcane magic, right?
They're casting toe magic.
Okay, so they're casting a different flavor of magic.
Different flavor.
Got it. And I did
It's
not
the feel.
sense any flavors of magic.
No flavors.
Got it. Thank you. That's
Not even creamsicle.
that.
Say,
I was gonna say that makes a lot more sense, but it actually makes less sense. I just kind of get it. I get that I don't get it. This is acceptable.
I'm glad I could confuse you more.
Yeah, but now I understand how I'm confused.
okay. Back to town? Find weird
Yeah.
man?
Yes.
We can't just call, if it's the person I think you're talking about, we can't just call him Weird Man because there's too many of those.
Yeah, I just forgot his name, honestly.
Okay, that's fair. I forgot his name too.
Yeah, we'll just go up and say, hey, you know.
Hey, you!
Yeah, we're not formal.
Dragoon of Dookie.
Red Dragon? Crimson Dragon?
The Crimson Chin.
The Crimson Canoodler.
The Crimson
I
Chin
think
was a
that
very
was
different thing where I'm from.
Well, either way, we know where he's living, so we can just go there.
To the basement.
To the basement.
He should really just get a room in an inn.
Is he like squatting right now?
He is technically squatting. Who's to say? So you are heading to the location where you previously had been with him, the basement in Old Town.
Can we stop at hot food?
Yeah.
We're heading to hot food.
Okay. Takes you, again, about 2 hours to get back. You make your way back to the city proper. It is now mid-afternoon. You stop by hot food. The same, like, 3 tables and like 5-6 bar stools. Same old guy behind the counter. And same smell of hot food.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get around saltwater for the table.
Oh yeah.
You order your salt water, and he goes, eh. And he'll just turn around and open the tap and slide over your waters.
I get the thing that Jasnah got last time. That's in Dwarvish?
Nonish.
Gnomish.
As a native speaker of Halfling, can I attempt to interpret Gnomish?
Oh God.
You mean like a native speaker of Spanish trying to interpret Portuguese?
See, they're both short people languages.
Excuse me?
Gnomish and Halfling. They're both short
I
people
thought you meant
Oh.
Spanish and Portuguese. I'm like,
He meant
dude.
that too.
No, I have met tall Spaniards.
But not tall Portuguese people.
Boom, there goes our
Jury's
Portuguese
still out.
fan base. Gone.
You mean my girlfriend?
Yeah, that's me.
Wait, you're Portuguese?
Yeah, I am.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Okay. So Halfling, right? Uses common script.
Yep.
Gnomish uses Dwarvish script.
Oh, alright.
So it is completely incomprehensible language to you.
Sweet.
Let me see if I have written down what the stupid option was at hot food.
It was like a family platter.
I'm pretty sure it was one of everything, but I want to make sure I'm giving you the right amount of stupid.
I think so.
These are the notes that really matter.
Hot food menu.
Yep.
On your next art show, can you do the hot food menu, Linda?
On my what?
Your next art stream?
I could. If Will gives me the menu. I'll make an actual menu.
I will do my best to get you a proper menu. I lost it. I know I had a piece of paper that had this on there.
DM my immersion.
You can check my other set of notes here and see if I have it. Because I need to know. I need to know that I'm not the worst. Where are you, hot food?
Where can I find you?
Nope, I just lost it. I'll have to go back and rewatch that episode and get the menu. It is a family platter, effectively, of you get water, you get an alcohol of some kind. I think it was bread, soup, and some kind of meat. On review, this will be more thorough, but I remember it was like 6 silver for that whole thing.
The gnomish family platter would feed probably like a gnomish family of 6. Would it feed like a regular size party of like 4?
It probably feeds 2 people.
We'll just order 2 of them then.
Alright.
Do they have like a loyalty punch card here?
No such thing. The old man just grunts at you, just, and just turns around and gets to cooking and eventually slaps plates in front of your group.
Do they have merch here?
Probably not, no.
Does he have any spare oil that we can mix our flowers in that we can buy off of him?
Oh, I don't think that would be coconut oil. I think that would be miscellaneous grease.
Yeah, how would you ask for coconut oil?
Excuse me, since you have such a nice, restaurant establishment, do you have any, coconut oil by chance?
Bleh.
What's that mean?
Yeah. He'll shake
Oh.
his head a little bit.
No? Okay, do you know where we can get some?
Bleh.
Oh, okay. Anywhere? Just in the market, maybe?
Bleh.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Did anyone have coconut oil in their opening like class kit or their adventures pack?
It's
No,
my
I don't
it's my
think-
moisturizer.
I don't think vegan chef is a background in Dungeons and Dragons, but it should be.
Oh my god.
Let me see. I have some ink and some sand. No.
Was that your opening equipment?
Yeah. Well, and like parchment and a pen and stuff, but
Oh, I thought it was just ink and sand.
I just have this sand and this ink. No. You know, we're in a college town. Let's just go to the cafeteria. There's gonna be vegan stuff for all of the hipster college kids. No offense, Juju.
I'm a hipster college kid?
Not anymore.
Are you
Oh.
vegan, Juju?
No, that's why I was so confused, because I was just like the weird art kid.
Juju, do you own any plaid?
Do I own any plaid?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then you're safe.
So we should go get some coconut oil at a market or the cafeteria. Yeah?
Probably check the market first because it's closer.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Bye, Mr. Hot Food. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bleh.
How much is the meal?
You guys ordered 2 of the giant meals in Gnomish script. So it was 6 silver a piece for 12 silver total.
I'll leave 2 gold.
So just scoop.
You should think about shirts and like, I don't know, mugs, keychains, things like that. Just saying.
just says hot food on it and nothing else?
Yes. Are you Googling it?
No.
I was just thinking, like, what if I made Razorcrest Isle merch that literally just said hot food?
Listen, it's a way to do it. We think of a logo, and we put the logo in the O of hot food.
There's no logo. It's just hot food.
Yeah, it just says hot food.
Or I would draw all the characters wearing a shirt called hot food and then put that on a
It's
shirt.
a black shirt with white block text that says hot food.
I need you to understand, she is currently on a custom t-shirt website trying to make a hot food t-shirt.
It literally just has to be like plain text.
Ariel.
Yes.
Continuing along this thought of line, I want to just own a shirt that says plain text on the front. Plain text, plain text.
But what if it were in papyrus?
Then it should say papyrus.
Huh?
Then it should say papyrus.
No, I want plain text, but I want it in papyrus. Hot food would
That's
maybe
just-
be in papyrus. You know, like at the places where they definitely printed the menu out in like Word. Yo, those are usually the best places, however. Don't sleep on them.
Yes, they are.
Brand, put hot food in papyrus. Or do both and show us both.
This is going to be... I have a feeling
once-
I'm going to be getting a package in a couple of days.
I once went to a pub in a very small town in Ireland where the menu was a personal-sized chalkboard nailed to the wall. And he just wrote the menu in chalk every morning based on what they
Amazing.
caught in the village, and the food was very good.
That sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah, it was dope.
And if they run out, they just like lean over and just erase it.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Alright, let's reel back in.
Yeah,
You guys are
coconut
heading
oil.
to the market. You're going for coconut oil. I would just like an investigation check from everybody to see if you're able to find a seller who is selling oil.
DM, I'm doing mine at disadvantage because Jasnah does not know what a coconut is.
It's fair. Okay, so as you guys are looking around the many stalls, you're looking and looking and looking, and finally, Vesper, you'll just stop and hear someone say, "Every oil you could imagine, every oil, anything you could need. Oil for your skin, oils for your food,
Oil.
oil for your house."
They have house oil and food oil, and I think coconut oil is probably one of those.
Let's go look.
Okay, you go over to the stall, and it is just bottles and bottles and bottles of liquid. And you will see a tabaxi behind the counter. Ah, welcome. Hello.
Hi. We need coconut oil.
What kind of coconut oil?
The cheapest one.
The kind you can eat as well.
Yes.
Ah, the eating kind. Very different from the home-owning kind. And very different from the touching kind for skin. And he'll finger his hands around the bottles and just pull one out. Just go. Perfectly extracted from one coconut. With minor altercations and differences to make it delicious.
you have to fight these things?
No. Fighting, no. Unless that is what you think the coconut is.
How much for?
Yes.
How much for some?
For one bottle? For you? I will sell it at normal price.
What about for her? And I point at Juju.
For her?
Ah,
I will sell it at normal price.
What about for the child?
Hello.
For the child? I will sell it at normal price.
And for her?
For her? I will sell it at normal price.
Shit. Alright, how much is normal price?
Normal price is 5 silver.
Okay, team huddle. And I huddle everyone. Okay, that was some good negotiating.
Not really.
Oh, did you get to negotiate a lot in the forest?
I just feel like if it was negotiating, we would have gotten somewhere. Like
we
a
did.
discount.
We got normal price. We didn't get more expensive price.
Okay, well that's a good point.
what if I show him scribbles?
What?
That's
That just sounds like it's gonna end in crimes. So I vote no.
Yeah, I don't know if Scribbles would get it for less. He might charge Scribbles more.
What if I give him a drawing of him?
Ooh, yeah, you could trade. That's good.
That could be interesting. Okay, got it.
Excuse me, I just have a proposal for you. Are you
what is it?
interested in art at all?
Art is a fascinating pastime, yes.
Would you potentially give me under normal price if I drew you?
I would have to see the drawing first.
Don't do it, Juju.
I can show you some of my other work first.
No. Other work is not indicative of how you would be painting my likeness.
I could start it, but not finish it.
But if you don't finish it, I want to know how it looks.
Well, I was just thinking that you are just like something I haven't drawn before, so it would be really cool to make the trade. But I guess I'll have to miss out on that.
Wouldn't you art students normally pay for models? In fact, if you draw me, I should charge you more for drawing my likeness, giving you practice.
Okay, team huddle. Shit, he's really good at this.
Yeah, he is.
I think we just pay the 5 silver. Juju, your
Yeah.
art is worth more than 5 silver anyway.
Yeah, he just did like the complete opposite of for exposure. Like he did the extreme version of that.
Yeah, how do we owe him more money all of a sudden? Shit. Okay, so we pay 5 silver?
Yep.
Okay. After much deliberation, we've decided we shall pay normal price.
Normal price, wonderful. 5 silver, yes.
What's funny is we have the money for this.
You absolutely
Yeah.
have the money.
Yeah, we'll give him 5 silver.
Meanwhile, we paid the hot food guy, like, significantly extra.
You hand him 5 silver, and he will just slide over the bottle and just... Hey,
Oh my
business trade
God.
with you.
It's also because Hot Food Guy doesn't try to swindle us. He's an honest man.
He's working hard, and he deserves the world.
We're just dipshits and we're really bad with money.
I don't think you needed the second part of the sentence.
So we have what we need?
Yeah, let's go find the Crimson Gin.
Sounds good.
Would we have had a short rest at Hot Food?
You could have had a short rest, yes.
Thank you.
At this point, it is the early evening now as you make your way back down to Old Town. You make your way all the way down to the southern point, the east. And as you find the same door to the cellar, if you pull on it, it's locked.
We not.
Dun dun dun. And you wait. And you wait. No response.
Do you think he's dead?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although, didn't he say he was actually good at fighting?
Yeah, but do we believe him?
I mean, kind of. He did sort of knock us all down. Except for Jasnah.
No, except for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
I
he?
got
Oh,
knocked down.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, my mistake. Of course Jasnah got knocked down.
Maybe he's
She
still
got popped
out. Because what time of day is it? Doesn't he only come here at night?
Did say that he was usually here at night and not during the day hours.
Do we just go back to hot food and wait?
We should use a private room in Hot Food to prepare, and we can do our...
Wait,
yeah,
what time is
yeah.
it?
It is early evening. The sun is going to set relatively soon, maybe within the next
Okay.
hour.
So, Farwan's gonna be like, well, since the sun hasn't set yet, what if we went to where, you know, the spooky stuff happens, right? Because, like, we have an idea of that, you know, that alleyway, right? Where whatever, the ghost or whatever keeps trying to attack us. But he only does it at night, and it's not night yet. And we also know, I know, I don't know if Farwan knows, but I know, like, the direction it's coming from. I think Farwan does too. So Farwan's gonna say, yeah, but we also know the direction it's coming from. So what if we, like, looked around ahead of time
That's
while it's less dangerous?
that's genius.
Thank you.
Maybe it's even there and asleep, like it's nocturnal.
Maybe.
Should you eat the flowers, one of them now? We don't know how long they last, but like, if it's there now, it would be helpful to see it.
Well, I think, yeah, I guess we could do that.
I have
Okay. All right. Here's another idea, right? Okay. So, and this is guessing, right? But if eating the flowers does allow us to see it, and it's only it's invisible, right? Then the person who eats the flowers should be someone that can cast a spell or something to make the rest of us see it. Did anybody do that?
But I thought it's just one petal will give us the ability or something.
Oh, is it just one petal? I wasn't really listening to
We have
Travis because
3
he grouped me up.
flowers.
Plus, we have to, crush it. Maybe we should just prepare the substance.
Yeah, I think we should maybe do one flower now and kind of see how it works before we commit.
Mm.
We'll feel it in an hour.
See how we feel.
Okay, well, let's go to hot food then.
Why?
I
Where
don't
else
know.
are we going to do this?
Yeah.
Here? We can't do drugs in a restaurant.
You mean out in the street? Yeah, we're not in the basement.
Yeah, I know, but it's not illegal. Maybe.
Is Iota sort of container? Juju.
Is what we're consuming even considered a drug?
Right, it's just the flower.
Okay, wait, so you're saying you don't want to eat flowers in a restaurant, you do want to eat flowers in the middle of a street.
I don't intend on eating the flower.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you were a scaredy Vesper.
I just think it would be better suited
Burn.
with you all.
Why don't you feed it to Basil?
I'm not going to feed possible drugs to my mouse. That's
Okay, but-
unethical.
But I thought if something bad happens to your mouse, it just comes back.
That doesn't mean it's morally okay.
So you won't give your mouse drugs, but you'll
some
get a
things that
14-year-old
aren't morally
kid.
okay. So if it actually does kill one of us, I mean, wouldn't... I feel like the safest thing would be to test it on Basil.
We're not turning my mouse into a lab rat.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be a lab rat, it would be a lab mouse.
Fact.
Why don't we just combine both plans of, testing the waters, but also checking out the area? Because that way, maybe we could see when it, jumps out or something.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we've checked out the area before and almost gotten completely wrecked. So
no, but that's what Farwin was just saying. That's what we were saying. We'll take the thing, and then before it gets dark, we'll go check it out.
okay, I see what you mean. So we're going to do drugs now, and then go looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody have a bowl?
We're not. Well, for what?
To smush together the flour and the coconut oil.
Oh, we're gonna try to smoke it. Shit. We
Wait, let
should
me
have asked
check.
Travis of the Cliff if we could smoke these. It would have made this so much easier.
I said to put it in tea.
Do you have
Can,
any?
can we get a room here in this part of town?
I mean, there is not an inn in this area of town, no.
Very, very classist of this town. The poor people don't deserve taverns. How far away is our as the Everymast?
It's maybe a 10-minute walk, 15.
Okay, let's go to the Everymast. God damn it. Okay, let's go to our room and do that, and then come back.
It's a lot of walking.
Let's just go to hot food.
Okay, God. This conversation is so painfully accurate. I'm getting mad. I've had this conversation in real life.
Did you just end up at a Waffle House?
Yes. How did you know?
Those are all bad things happen.
Google says this place is supposed to still be open.
There's a Waffle House right down the street from my house, and I've never
Nice.
been.
The one
Not
near the
nice.
casino? Don't go there.
No, there's one on the corner by the gas station.
That's not safer.
So you are all heading back to the Ivory Mast.
No, hot food.
No, we're going to hot food.
Okay, so you're going to hot food. Again.
It's been like an hour since we were there.
How are you going to be attempting to process the flour?
Hi, Mr. Hotfood. Nice to see you again. Do you have soup? Soup.
Uh-oh. I think you guys are robots for me right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they just weren't really robotic.
Robots!
Robots in disguise.
Jeez.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, because we couldn't make a decision in time.
Are you back?
At least I can understand you.
Oh no. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. Robot hours cannot be avoided. Oh no.
Robot hours
Robot.
activated. Pew.
Nobody knows you're a robot on the internet.
Except for those little picture things that you click on.
Fuck!
I had to threaten the internet for it to function.
Still normal.
Perfect. We've solved it.
Okay. So you asked about soup.
I want to order soup from hot food.
Okay. Just there. And if you pay the man his, I think it was 2 silver, you will get a bowl of soup.
We're also going to smash up this flour and put it into oil. Would you like to do some with us? Yeah, we like you, so we're offering.
I think that was a no. I'm not sure.
Can you say ugh once if you want? No, and ugh twice if you want to.
Ugh.
Okay. Thank you.
Ugh. You will receive your soup.
I pound the soup. Just chug it.
How hot was it?
Really-
Hot. And then I start mushing up the 3 petals and some coconut oil in the bowl that the soup came in.
So we're going to do a whole petal per person?
That's what he said, right?
I don't remember. Should we start with half? Let's see how it goes.
No, 1 per person.
Okay.
Wait, 1 flower or 1 petal?
No, one
Petal.
petal. One petal.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
and I will smoosh it up and make a paste.
Okay, how are you smushing it?
In the bowl that had the hot soup, and if there's no spoon, did my soup come with a spoon?
Yes, but that's not really great for grinding things.
Well, I'm doing the best that I can in the hot food.
Hang on, everyone's check their starting equipment. See if anyone has a grinder.
No, I am literally made of stone. I will use my fingers.
That makes sense, actually.
Wow, yeah, that's the best racial feature I've ever heard of in
I mean,
5e.
you are a walking mortar and pestle.
Be your own pestle.
Be the pestle you want to see in life.
Wait, which one's the mortar and which one's the pestle?
The
I think the mortar's the bowl. Yeah. Okay.
Mortar is the bowl, so you cup your hand, and then you can just rub your hand on it if you
No.
really want to.
I have class, I will use a bowl.
So you take your hand and you start just fisting the bowl aggressively. I'm not going to rephrase that. And after a few moments of grinding the flour and adding a little bit of coconut oil and mixing, you have a kind of gritty salve.
Okay, everybody eat up.
We cut it up into 3 equal parts.
Okay. It's everybody. Who all is taking this out?
So I'm going to Juju.
Yep.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, you lived in the woods. You're fine.
All right. So I need con saves from everybody.
Okay.
Holy shit, I'm good at that. Why do sorcerers have good con save? I guess concentration.
Because they're thick casters.
Oh no.
They're kind of not, though.
Okay. So as you ingest, takes a few moments, and all of you just kind of sit there like, okay, when is anything supposed to happen? You'll just kind of look at each other for a moment. And okay. So, Juju, as you're sitting, waiting, you don't really know if anything's happening. You suddenly get a searing migraine, and you feel your vision kind of splitting in two. You're gonna take 6 points of psychic damage as what you see, and the other two of you will see, but less extreme in how quickly it happens, as your vision kind of parts and scatters for a moment, and then gets really wobbly. Like, if you're looking at Jasnah, anytime Jasnah moves, there is a preemptive motion and an after motion, almost as if Jasnah is moving, not moving, or moving the other direction all at the same time. The other two of you will also see these same things, but less drastic and less painfully.
Do you see that?
Yeah, my head also really hurts.
Oh, Juju, are you okay?
I mean, I guess no, but I'll do my best.
Juju, think of an anchor word that is comforting to you. Think of that anchor word, count back from 5. You're going to be okay.
Okay.
Do you want some salty water?
She's just whispering. Bubbles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We just got your Twitch password. Thank you. I need to go check something real quick.
Hacker intensify.
Do you guys think you could see ghosts?
When I see Vesper say that, I see that sort of anticipatory projection, follow through, and result like all at once.
All of that plus a stationary as if nothing had ever happened. And then it all warps back into the current.
I have a thought. Farwin,
Yeah?
I'm going to think of a number, and I'm going to hold
Okay.
the number up, specifically on fingers that are up.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to think about doing it first, and then I'm going to follow through on it.
Yeah.
As soon as you see me do it, yell the number, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna think about holding up 4 fingers, but not do it quite yet. And I'm thinking really hard about doing that, and I'm about to. What does Farwin see?
Farwin, you see Jasnah just kind of sitting there, and there's little flickers of movement in the head and hand areas. No drastic movements, just little like finger twitches and head twitches. Eye movements. Looking at the eyes is really weird.
You look weird?
I'm now gonna physically put up 4 fingers. When does he yell for?
Like a quarter second before you actually have your fingers fully extended.
Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling. So I would know that I have not completely opened my hand to do 4, but I hear him say 4, just as I'm doing it, basically.
Yeah, no, like you're like here, like you're about to extend the fingers, but they're only like moderately done.
Okay. Thank you, Farwin. We get to see just a peek of things as they happen. This is good. Vesper, can you grind up 3 more petals? Grind up 4 petals. I want to have this stuff on hand just in case this stops.
Yeah, of course. I will grind up 4 more petals just to have.
If I look at Mr. Hot Food, do I see the face of God?
No, you see him just kind of there, hunched over. And what you now notice more so than a lot of things, he doesn't make a lot of idle movements. You only notice this now because you are seeing everybody else's idle movements as they're happening and a little bit before. Other than his eyes every now and then, he's frighteningly still.
So, there's a movie, I think it might be one of the Underworld movies, where there's like a music festival, right? And there's like a crowd, and it's time-lapse, so like everybody's raving and stuff, but there's a vampire in the crowd, and he's just not moving, and it's actually like a really sick shot. And that's 100% what I'm imagining with the hot food guy.
Kind of. He just kind of is there. Like, when he starts to move, you'll start seeing him wiggle around a bit, but, like, more fluid and defined than...
I would like to vibe check the hot food guy.
He's just vibing.
Got it. Okay.
He's just an old man who knows exactly what he needs to do and does not waste his time.
Thank you for reminding me that the Underworld movies were a thing.
Yeah, dude. They're from the latex era of American film.
Where everything had like hard techno, like sort of slow motion combat scenes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Blood Rave from the first Blade movie was sick. We didn't need it in literally every other movie as well, though.
Yeah. It was a simpler time.
Yes.
Okay, once Vesper is done, oh shit, I'm gonna try to get it together and pretend that everything is super okay. Once Vesper has, made 4 more servings, let's package them up and let's get hunting.
I mean, I'm. It's ready to go. Yeah.
Trash from the cliff is fucking awesome. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bubbles 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Yeah, Juju, you're having a bad time. Everything is a lot right now.
Juju, if it doesn't help, you can look down at your feet and very slowly focus on different points up until you get to a horizon point. Focus on different little things. Maybe your shoes first, then like a tile, then like a doorknob, and just lift your vision like...
I have shoes? Looks at my hooves.
I'm sorry, your hooves. Please don't freak out. You have hooves, you have hooves.
Oh,
You've always had hooves, it's okay.
thank goodness.
Do satyrs wear, like, ankle wraps or anything like that?
I do have some, like, anklets on. But not, like, in shoe form, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, they're just, like, little ankle bracers.
No, at least Juju doesn't.
I send Basil over to Jasnah's shoulder. And Basil just gets real close to
What
her
the fuck
face.
does Basil look like on this?
So, mice, like other rodents, have a lot of innate movement in their bodies. Just the amount of, like, nose movement and whisker movement and, like, minor head tilts and... Like, it's a jittery fucking mess.
Ragamuffin 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ragamuffin 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ragamuffin 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So are you all exiting out onto the streets?
Yeah, how do you guys want to do this? Do one of you want to go first? Or do you want me to lead, since...
No. One of us needs to lead.
Yeah.
Who's the most fervent? You have very good eyes, yes?
It's actually more my nose.
Can you smell
And I don't
it?
think this flower helps me smell time. So...
Juju,
Can I
are
smell
you-
time?
Sorry, go ahead.
You cannot spell time.
Okay, yes.
Juju, you're up to the task.
I guess so. I will hold my head and walk the way that I think I'm supposed to walk.
I will say,
Oh,
it does
boy,
get
buddy.
easier. Once you're outside and not looking at other people, the buildings are stationary. So it's a lot easier outside. signposts are a little wiggly, but buildings are good.
Oh yeah, I'm
Boy.
just gonna take a deep breath, like, see if it helps my head a little bit more.
Going outside gave us a different energy, right? Don't look at the mirrors.
Okay. So you head outside. What direction are you heading for hot food?
East?
That's towards Danger Alley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danger Alley.
Okay. Walk east. And as you're walking, you're looking around. You don't see anything at the moment. It's calm, serene. Occasionally somebody will be out on the street and you'll all have a moment of as they walk by you. But as soon as they're out of your line of vision, you can breathe and get past them.
I'm going to have Basil watching our backs. So, looking the other way.
Okay. Nothing so far. How far do you guys walk east? Do you walk the entire way?
I would like to walk side by side with Juju. I will be facing back as well. So Juju covering our front, me covering the back to try to spot anything. Have we rolled perception checks here or no?
You have not. Please do so now.
Thank you.
Ooh!
Nice!
I can see time.
So as you are all moving around, Juju, you're starting to get your head back together. You still feel the effects, and if you look over at any of your friends, you can still very obviously see it. You're looking around and looking and looking and looking. It's buildings. It's just buildings as far as you can see right now.
Farwin, you said you knew which direction the attack came from. We should focus in on the buildings where it was.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll sort of look back at the buildings where because I know the attack sort of went in one direction, right? So like I'll try
Yes.
and look back in that direction.
Okay. Looking around, still just buildings. You don't get the chill over your shoulders. You don't get the same sensations. You don't see anything. Seems over on the east side you are away from whatever it is at the moment.
I'm also trying to pay as much close attention to. I hate to say that. I'm going to use Basil as a reference point to try to gauge when this stuff might start to wear out or lessen in intensity.
I would say with thoroughly looking around, it's been about 20 minutes so far. It is still in effect.
Let's turn around and keep going.
Well, do we think that it's somewhere else, or do we think that it only comes here at night?
It's currently nighttime, right?
The sun is only just setting. It was early evening, and then you went back to hot food. So it is just getting to sunset.
Okay.
And it hunts around here exclusively, so it's going to be here in Old Town. Yeah, I say let's turn around and like pick another direction, maybe head south. Keep scouting.
And we can look for the Crimson Chin as well.
That's a good idea.
Head back through towards hot food. Again, you don't see anything on the way back. You're back at the hot food intersection here. Where are you headed?
I'm going to leave Basil here
Okay.
to, if anything happens, come find us and let us know if we're not back.
Define if anything happens.
If anybody gets beheaded or attempted beheading, any spooky demon shit.
Okay. Are you headed north, south, or west?
Let's. How do you guys feel about south?
The further into Old Town, I think the better.
Also, if you happen to see it, I think dropping down to your belly as quickly as possible might be the best first reaction to do. And then focus on trying to hit it. What do you all think?
Stop, drop, and roll?
Just drop,
Okay.
but then try to blast it if you can.
You walk south. Look a little bit deeper into Old Town. Another round of perception checks.
Does Vesper move around a lot, or is Vesper sort of like the center, a little more still?
Probably at the moment is moving around a bit more than, well, no, she's probably pretty like bouncy, but definitely now more so than 5 minutes ago.
Okay. I guess I never really thought of Vesper as twitchy, but you know.
Not twitchy, but like bubbly. She definitely skips sometimes.
As you're walking down south. Again, all of you are looking in between buildings and keeping an eye on the streets in front of and behind you. You walk down the end of the South Boulevard. Nothing. About another 20 minutes have gone by.
If I look at Vesper's face, do I still see the effect?
Still on.
Let's go to the entry to the guy's house and see if we can find it. Well, I shouldn't say house. If that's his house, he lives a very depressing life. He lives a very depressing life, though, so let's go to his house.
And just a quick note, do Vesper's eyes look similar to everyone else's?
If you are looking at Vesper's eyes, they do not move and twitch around.
Okay. The basement guy, that was like almost catty corner from hot food, right?
I thought
I
it
think
was
so.
like in the corner over here. Where is? Yeah, that's a good. Yeah. He was in Death Alley.
It was at the far southeast, yes. So you guys head back up to the north and back east. No perception checks needed. You still don't see anything as of yet. I'll say this is another 10 minutes. 50 minutes have gone by since you've taken drugs.
Should we? Do we knock?
I guess we should.
Yes, try again.
I knock.
Dun dun dun. Wait a moment. 2, 3. The door will swing open, and the three of you who have taken drugs will see a flash of a blade that is quickly gone as the image returns to him with his hand on his weapon.
Hey.
It's all you lot.
Hello.
Good morning.
I wasn't expecting any of you to be here and back today.
But
Yeah. So, go ahead, please.
we've made a discovery. Don't you want to know?
I mean, sure, yes. What did you find?
Drugs.
Drugs
Oh my
that
gosh.
let us see things that are very difficult to see.
Come in. We need to discuss this more. And I'll usher you all inside.
Does your vibe change?
The drug is still in effect as of right now. Once all of you are in, he'll close the door and just... What do you mean a drug that lets you see?
We get to have like a peek of things as they happen. Very quick. It's a bit of an advantage. We learned from Travis of the Cliff that this lets us see what we usually can't see.
It's called balance flower.
Balance flower. Balance flower. Never heard of it. And he'll flip open a book on his table and start jotting down notes. What did you do with it?
Are you a cop?
No, I need to know how to recreate it.
You mush it up with coconut oil, and then you eat it. I think. Did you eat it?
Yes.
Yeah, you eat it.
Ingestible. Oil-based salve. How much?
A petal per person.
Okay, he'll just finish jotting down some notes and close his book. Have you seen it? Have you seen anything?
Not yet.
Okay. Is it still happening?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to wait until it stops happening.
Fair enough.
And then what?
and then we're going to write down how long it lasts.
Can you do that
Then-
thing with your safety?
And then we're going to do drugs and go look for whatever it is.
Don't worry, Basil's on the lookout.
He's just gonna sit down and wait. For the next 40 minutes, a total of an hour and a half, the effect is continually going. It gets weaker in the last 5-10 minutes until eventually it just wanes out fully.
Once it's gone, Farron takes a deep breath and says, "Woo!" All
My head feels
normal now.
better.
Alright, he's just gonna look at all of you. Normal? Yes. Normal?
Normal.
Yeah.
They can't hear you, man.
Alright, forgot to hit my push start. He's just gonna open his book again, write down some notes. And then slam it shut one more time. Alright. We're going to find it. We're going to find it tonight. Let's do some drugs.
Are you allergic to coconut oil?
No.
Are you allergic to flowers?
Let's find out.
Wouldn't that be fucking anticlimactic if this guy has a fucking anaphylactic
This
attack?
varies. Yeah. Just goes
Anaphylactic
into
shock.
anaphylaxis and just dies in this basement.
That'd be unbelievable.
Fuck.
Do you have some water? I feel like I need to drink, like, hydrate a little bit before we do this again.
Yeah. And he'll just open a tap on a barrel and water will come out of it. You don't have water on you?
I guess I do have rations. That probably would include water, right?
I mean, you probably have a water skin.
I will drink from my water skin and then I will fill it up with the tap that he opened up for me.
I just prefer other people's water. It tastes better.
Also, in a water skin, it's gonna taste like water skin. I'll take
It does.
fresh.
It tastes like, well, depending on how well the leather is tanned and cleaned and dried, tastes like leather. Drink
It
some
tastes
water.
like those organic fruit roll-ups that are just basically
Huh.
leather with like strawberry flavoring.
Gross.
Yep.
Well, I have some pre-made goo. And I made 4 servings, so that's perfect.
Right? He'll take a section and just immediately down it.
Oh shit, okay, hang on. Well,
Yeah, Farron will take some too.
He is fine.
Juju will hesitantly take it.
Okay. Make another Constitution saving throw for me, everybody.
hey, also stream, don't give psychedelics to teens.
I was just saying, I feel like I should do a PSA about please
Yeah.
don't do drugs.
PSA, like, I'm not your dad, but like, don't just do drugs that people give you.
Yeah, and only doing with people you trust. And
Don't do
very-
them with people who pretend to be superheroes. It's very
Also,
suspicious.
make sure it's legal.
And
Yeah,
that
no.
you're being transparent with the dosage. That's people can be really fucked up. Just make sure that you get the dosage that you signed up for and consented to.
Honestly, just get your drugs from pharmacies and actual businesses. Don't buy from street dealers. It's a bad idea. PSA over. You've all taken drugs. You're all fine.
Oh wait, I owe you a con check.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I saw rolls. I was like, oh yeah, that's 3. Yeah, you're all fine.
Also part of the PSA, pass your con checks.
Dude, pass your con checks.
I know you're tempted to just dump con. Don't fucking do it. Your character needs hit points. That's how they live. No hit points, no character.
I think my favorite thing about Baldur's Gate is, like, you could just have 3 wisdom and it's basically fine.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. I thought you said Butter's Gate. Like,
No.
okay,
Baldur's Gate is a very different game. Baldur's Gate, yeah, 3 wisdom, gang.
Don't try to run 3 wisdom in Butter's Gate, though. You'll...
Don't try to run 3 wisdom anywhere. Especially not life.
As you all retake the drugs, Juju, it doesn't hit you as horribly this time, and you have much more manageable time with it. He's gonna whip open the door in front of him and just stop for a moment and... It's fine out here. I'll look back at you all and just... How is this going to help us?
Might be able to see ghosts now.
I do the following. Well, Jasnah's gonna do the following. Watch.
Cute, and he's just gonna start moving off into the street.
It probably looked really sick. Did it look sick, Farwin?
Yeah, that was really...
It looked really cool, Jasnah.
I just transcribed it to the stream about what just happened.
Oh.
I can't see that.
Good.
If it's all future, past, and present, and streaky and shit, yeah.
As you are all off into the night, Hunt, an invisible killer. We're gonna call it for tonight before the internet gods decide that it's pain time. We'll pick up on your drug-fueled adventure next Wednesday. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Pain time!
Well, real pain time is when we're gonna have to pretend like we have it together and go to the restaurant to like get like a pizza. That's what
True.
separates the adults from the scrubs.
Being able to walk into a fucking Pizza Hut at 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday and soberly enough ask for a double pepperoni pizza.
I'm gonna be the DD herding cats.
Just for
Guys,
them.
just place your order. Just place your. Tell them what you want and sit down.
Just for them to be like, this is a Wendy's, man. Like, we don't have stuffed crust.
Alright, goodbye, stream.
Goodbye, stream.
Remember,
Goodbye,
don't
stream.
do drugs.
Don't do it.
Unless if it's legal and you're in a safe place. Okay,
The
goodbye.
people you trust and that you
Yeah.
consent to.
Woohoo.